Have you been thinking about turning your Charlotte backyard into a rental that helps pay your mortgage? ADUs, accessory dwelling units, are now easier to do than ever, but there are rules that will make your project either a gold mine or an expensive mistake. In this video, you'll learn what a legal ADU is in Charlotte, what the city is actually doing to support homeowners, and what your lot needs to qualify. So stick around to the end because I'll tell you how to get a free ADU site check on your property. Hey, it's Evie, your Charlotte realtor. I help homeowners and investors in the Charlotte area buy, sell, and now seriously monetize their properties with smart strategies like ADUs and house hacking. If you want real talk on building wealth with Charlotte real estate, not just pretty house tours, make sure you hit subscribe and tap the bell so you don't miss the next video. Okay, so let's start with what an ADU actually is. In Charlotte, an accessory dwelling unit is a secondary residential unit on the same lot as your main home, with its own kitchen, bathroom, and space for someone to live year-round. It must be a permanent structure, okay? So no RVs, no campers, or manufactured homes parked out back with a plug-in hot plate. Those do not count as legal ADUs here. And the ADU has to stay on the same lot and under the same ownership as the main house. Okay, so rule number one, you only get one ADU per lot, and it has to be clearly subordinate to your main home in size and use. ADUs are allowed as an accessory use to a single family home citywide and to certain duplexes that aren't on sublots, but you still have to follow the Unified Development Ordinance rules, UDO, on setbacks, height, and accessory structures. For interior ADUs, like converting a basement, attic, or part of a main structure, Charlotte generally caps the size at about 800 square feet or 35% of your main home's floor area, whichever is less. So if your home is around 2,000 square feet, your interior ADU is likely limited to roughly 700 square feet. You also can't just build a cute tiny house, skip permits, and start collecting rent, okay? So without proper permitting under the UDO, you can run into problems when you refinance, sell, or if the city enforces guidelines. So here's where Charlotte is actually stepping in to help. The city has built out a full ADU resource hub for homeowners, including an ADU guide, FAQs, and tools that help you understand if your lot is likely eligible and what rules apply. I've included that link in the description below, so make sure you use it. In 2025, Charlotte also launched the Queen City ADU program to help increase affordable housing by supporting property owners who build ADUs and rent them at affordable levels. Now, that program has offered financial assistance in exchange for renting to tenants at or below 80% of the area median income and keeping rents in line with affordable rent limits, such as HUD fair market rents. Now, right now, the funding round for that assistance is closed, and it may reopen only if new funding becomes available. Now, what is open is the education, the planning tools, and the technical guidance the city provides to help you understand whether an ADU is feasible on your lot and what rules you must follow. So let's talk about why homeowners even care about ADUs: income and flexibility. A well-designed one-bedroom ADU in a strong Charlotte neighborhood can often compete with smaller apartments in terms of rent, which means many owners look at them as $1,000 to $1,400 per month opportunity, depending on location and finishes. For homeowners working with affordable programs like the Queen City ADU initiative, rents are capped based on income and fair market rents, which means you trade some top-end rent for more predictable guidelines and potentially support when the funding is available. Either way, a legal permitted ADU can add both utility and value to your property in the eyes of future buyers and lenders, as opposed to an unpermitted unit that can become a liability. Now, ADUs can be a great fit if you have a lot with some backyard depth or side yard room. Think long-term about your property as part of a wealth building plan. You're probably not a good ADU candidate if your lot is already tight on setbacks, you're allergic to permits, or if your only plan is to game the system with a short-term rental. See, zoning, permitting, and rental rules can change. And if your entire strategy is built on loopholes, you're already taking on a lot of risk. So now here's how I can actually help you. Before you spend money on architects or contractors, I offer a free Charlotte ADU site check for homeowners and buyers in the Charlotte area. Here's what that includes. I use the City of Charlotte's ADU tools and public zoning information to identify your zoning and whether an ADU is generally allowed on your lot. I pull local rental data to give you a rough rental range for a small unit in your neighborhood so you can start to see the income potential. Now, this is a planning level review, not a substitute for city approvals or a builder's site plan. Final decisions about what you can build always come from the City of Charlotte and Mecklenburg County permitting. And detailed design should come from your architect or builder, not Evie. But if you want that free site check, use the links in the description below to connect or just call and text me directly. If you found this video helpful, hit like, subscribe, and make sure you share with a neighbor who keeps talking about putting a tiny house in the backyard. And I'll see you in the next video.